Hello everyone, Yanni here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a simple blinking system in Unity. So first thing we want to do is to create a plane as our ground for the player to walk on. Let's go to 3D object, plane, reset the position, adjust the scale a little bit. Nice. You can even add a little material to it if you'd like. I have mine here, I just added to it. So now we have our ground. Nice. Next up we want is a player controller. Now your player controller can be an imported one from the Unity Asset Store or one you made yourself. Personally, I'm just going to use one from the Unity Asset Store. So next up we're going to do is add some basic UI stuff. So first thing we're going to do is, if you don't already have a canvas, create one. I have a canvas already in my first person controller pack. So right click on the canvas, add Text Mesh Pro. We're going to call this blinking time. And before we do anything, actually, we're going to go to the canvas and make sure that your UI skill mode is skill with screen size and the reference resolution is something like 1920 by 1080. Alright, cool. So next up what we're going to do is go in 2D right here, zoom out. We've got our beautiful text right here. So what we're going to do with this text is we're going to give it a nice outline here so we can see it clearly. Maybe adjust the thickness a little bit. I think that seems fine. So we're gonna move this in the bottom left corner, maybe. Yeah, like this. I'm just gonna move it right here, adjust the size a little bit. Does that seem good? Yeah, that's fine. And we're gonna just say blinking in seconds, let's say. So this is just going to indicate right here, this is gonna be a placeholder, and what we're gonna say here in the script, we're gonna code this. How much time is left of blinking. Cool. So next thing, another thing we were going to do is add a image to our canvas right here. Image. There we go. White image. Let's scale this to fit the whole screen. And we're gonna make this black color. Okay, cool. So now that we're done with the basic stuff, what we're going to do is get to work on the blinking system script itself. So for this, what you can do is either create a new empty object, call it something like blinking system manager or something like that, and then attach the script to this object, or you can just do what I do. You go to the first person controller and just add the script to that. I think that's much faster, and you don't need a new object for it, in my opinion. But okay, so we're gonna create a new script, call it blink system. There we go. Wait for it to compile. Okay, so we're in our script right here. So first thing we're gonna do is get rid of the void start method. We won't need that. And next thing we're gonna do is start creating some references. So I'm gonna start with creating header. You don't need to do it, it's just I like it a little bit fancy. Header references. And next up we're gonna do serialized field. We're gonna create a timer flow. Now this is going to determine the timer, obviously. So that's gonna be the timer. We're gonna do another serialized field. We're going to reference the blink. Right here, the black image we just created. And we're going to reference the text as well. I forgot to. If you're using Text Mesh Pro, then make sure to add TM Pro right here. And if you want to reference the Text Mesh Pro text, what you need to do here is Text Mesh Pro UI blink time UI. So let's create another void here. Call it blink system. Cool. So this void is going to contain our essential methods for our blink system to work. So what we're going to start with is making the actual timer, and that's why we have our float timer here. So the way we're going to do this is, let's say timer, and we're going to subtract time to delta time from it. So what this basically will do is just, let's say the timer value will equal to 5. So we're going to subtract 1 every second of the timer. So meaning every second it's going to be like 5, 4, 3, 2, and so on. You get it. It's like an actual working timer. So we have our working timer here. Let's get some use of it. And the way we're gonna get use of it is we're going to make an if statement. So if timer is less or equal than 0, then we're going to set active the blink game object to true. So what this basically will do, if the timer is going to equal to 0 or less, then we will blink. It will enable this nice image. So that's cool and all. And before we are going to test our script, what we're going to do is write a script for this placeholder, our blinking time text. Alright, so what we're going to do is say blink time text dot text equals let's take a good look here, blinking in. So we're just gonna say blinking in plus, we're gonna add a space here, plus timer. Okay, last thing we're gonna do before testing is move the void to the update void right here. So next up, we're gonna go back to our project right here, and we're gonna go to the object we assigned the script to, and we're gonna just add the references right here. You can set the timer to whatever you'd like. I will set it to something small like 5, let's say. Save it, and let's test it. Cool. Alright, well, our blinking system works. However, as you can see, the issue was that it kept going. It didn't reset. We didn't open our eyes. So we have to fix that. Okay, so we're going back to our script right here. And what we're going to do here is, first of all, it's user preference, but it's up to you how long you want to keep your player's eyes closed. For me, let's say that I want to keep it closed for like half a second. So the way we're going to do that is timer, if statement, timer is less, if timer is less or equal, minus 0.5 f. So what we'll basically just do is if it's equal or less than minus 0.5 float, so yeah, it's gonna stay closed for like half a second right here. So if this happens, or after this happens, then blink set active false. And we're gonna reset the timer to 5f because that's my time. So let's test it out.
Public Enemy number 3, 10 years ago, was released today from the federal penitentiary.